Hey fams, welcome back to the channel. Please subscribe and click on the notification and let's get started. Let's talk about Guinea, a country often overlooked, yet brimming with untold potential. A West African nation, rich in culture and natural beauty, but also facing significant challenges. That's long flown under the radar, remaining largely unknown to the wider world, despite its strategic location and abundant resources. Deep in its lush hills, a secret has been forming for millennia. Guinea hides a world-changing secret, a treasure buried beneath its verdant landscapes, iron ore. Not just any iron ore, but some of the purest and most abundant deposits ever discovered. The largest untapped deposit on Earth, a geological marvel holding the key to massive industrial potential. Iron ore isn't glamorous. It doesn't sparkle like gold or shimmer like diamonds. But it's the backbone, the very foundation upon which our modern world is built. Of modern life, the silent workhorse that enables progress and innovation. No steel, no modern infrastructure, no skyscrapers, no towering testaments to human ingenuity, no cars, no convenient transportation as we know it. And Guinea? It's sitting on the mother lode, a treasure trove of iron ore that could reshape its destiny. For decades, this potential has remained just that, potential. This wealth was locked away, inaccessible due to a complex web of challenges. By political drama, hindering progress and creating uncertainty, and logistical nightmares, making extraction and transportation a daunting task. Imagine having a winning lottery ticket, a ticket worth billions, but no way to cash it in, no bank willing or able to process your winnings. But now, the landscape is shifting. After years of setbacks, false starts, and broken promises, the world is finally coming, recognizing the immense potential that lies within Guinea's borders. To Guinea, drawn by the allure of its untapped resources and the promise of significant returns. With checkbooks and bulldozers, ready to invest and transform the landscape. A mega-project is underway, a massive undertaking that could redefine Guinea's future, promising to transform Guinea's economy, lifting its people out of poverty, and ushering in an era of prosperity. This is about more than mining. It's about creating a sustainable future for generations to come. It's about building a nation, strengthening its institutions, and empowering its citizens, creating jobs, providing opportunities for education and advancement, and connecting Guinea, bridging the gap between its remote regions and the rest of the world to the global economy, opening up new avenues for trade and investment. But it's a high-stakes gamble, a venture fraught with challenges and uncertainties, with risks for the environment, threatening its delicate ecosystems and biodiversity. Local communities, potentially displacing them from their ancestral lands and disrupting their way of life. And political stability, which could be undermined by corruption and social unrest. The opportunity is immense, a chance to reshape Guinea's destiny and contribute to global development. But so is the peril, the potential for irreversible damage and missed opportunities. We're about to witness a pivotal moment in Guinea's history, one of Africa's biggest economic transformations, a story of hope, ambition, and the pursuit of progress. So buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. We're heading to the heart, to the epicenter of this unfolding drama of Guinea, where the fate of a nation hangs in the balance. To uncover the Simandou Project, the key to unlocking Guinea's vast potential. What's at stake? Billions of dollars invested in the hope of a brighter future, a nation's future, dependent on the success of this ambitious undertaking and the world's steel supply, which could be significantly impacted by Guinea's newfound prominence. Let's see how this hidden mountain, this geological marvel, could change everything for Guinea and the world. Welcome to Guinea's Iron Age. So, what exactly is Simandou? What makes it so significant in the world of mining and resources? Picture a remote, almost inaccessible location, a rugged mountain range, stretching across the landscape, nestled deep in southeastern Guinea, a country in West Africa. The area is covered in a dense, vibrant forest. Beneath that seemingly endless green canopy lies one of the world's greatest treasures. Billions of tons of incredibly high-grade iron ore, the kind that's highly sought after, boasting a purity of over 65%. This is the raw material, the very stuff that steelmakers around the globe desperately crave. They want it efficient, they want it clean, and they want it in huge supply, a seemingly endless reserve. And that's precisely what makes Simandou the world's largest untapped, most significant iron ore deposit, a truly massive find. We're talking about over 2.4 billion tons of potential. For years, for decades even, it was the mining world's equivalent of El Dorado, a legendary, almost mythical treasure. Everyone in the industry knew it was there. The geological surveys confirmed it, but actually getting to it? No one could reach it. The core challenge? Guinea is landlocked, and critically, it has no railways or deep water ports, essential for exporting such massive quantities of ore. It's just a mountain of incredible wealth, effectively trapped by its own geography. So why does Simandou matter so much right now? Simply put, the world needs steel, but it also desperately wants to drastically cut carbon emissions from its production. And high-grade ore, like the ore found at Simandou, is significantly more efficient and far greener to process into steel. As China and other major economies are pushing hard for cleaner steel production methods, the global demand for this high-grade ore is absolutely skyrocketing. In essence, Simandou is exactly what the modern, environmentally conscious steel industry desperately needs to meet its goals. But for the last 25 years, the world's biggest mining giants fought tooth and nail over it, resulting in endless legal battles, countless broken deals, and a seemingly endless stream of corporate drama. But now, finally, shovels are ready to hit the ground and start digging. The infamous curse of Simandou might finally be broken, and the people of Guinea could finally share in its immense wealth and contribute to the global market. But even with all this progress, nothing about Simandou is ever simple. The story of Simandou is really just getting started. The vast riches of Simandou have the potential to completely transform Guinea, but they could also bring a whole host of new challenges. So let's take a look at who's willing to take the gamble on Simandou. So who exactly is bankrolling this colossal megaproject? Who's willing to drop billions into the heart of Guinea for a chance at Simandou's riches? It's not just one entity, but a truly global team. A consortium of international players, each bringing unique strengths and resources to the table. Think Avengers, but with mining giants, the titans of the industry, ready to extract the iron ore that lies beneath the surface. And crucially, government officials, because no project of this scale can succeed without the backing and partnership of the host nation. The Guinean government, in particular, is a key player, holding significant leverage and influence over the project's direction. They are insisting on a joint venture, one railway stretching hundreds of kilometers to transport the ore, one port, capable of handling massive cargo ships destined for global markets, and a 15% national stake, ensuring that the nation benefits directly from its natural resources. This isn't just rent collection. This is about shared prosperity and long-term economic growth. Guinea is a business partner, not just a landlord. They have a seat at the table, influencing decisions and shaping the future of the project. The project is split, divided into different blocks, each with its own set of challenges and opportunities. Blocks 1 and 2 are run by the winning consortium Simandou, a powerful alliance. This consortium represents a mix of Singaporean, Chinese, and Guinean interests, a truly multinational partnership. Blocks 3 and 4 are controlled by Simfer, led by Rio Tinto, a name synonymous with global mining expertise. They are working alongside Chinese state-owned companies, bringing further financial muscle and operational capabilities to the project. Like Chinalco, a major player in the aluminum industry, showcasing the diverse range of expertise involved. The investment? What kind of money are we talking about here? Over $11 billion for infrastructure alone, building the roads, railways, and ports necessary to move the ore. And that's just the beginning, with billions more earmarked for the mines themselves, developing the extraction and processing facilities. Financing comes from corporate partners, who are investing heavily in the project's success, and Chinese banks providing the massive loans needed to fuel this ambitious undertaking. The goal? Aiming for first ore shipments the moment when the project finally starts to pay off by 2025. A tight deadline, but one they are determined to meet. It's a massive, coordinated effort. A symphony of activity involving capital, the lifeblood of any major project, engineering, the technical expertise needed to build the infrastructure, and politics, navigating the complex web of international relations and local interests, all focused on unlocking Simandou, finally tapping into its vast potential. The stakes are global, with the potential to reshape the iron ore market and impact economies around the world. And the clock is ticking, adding pressure to deliver on promises and overcome challenges. Let's see how they plan. what strategies they're employing to pull it off and bring Simandou's iron ore to the global market. Simandou isn't just a mine, it's a nation-building project. The heart of it all? A 670-kilometer railway cutting across Guinea from the mountains to a new Atlantic port. This Trans-Guinean railway is the most expensive, complex part. Bridges, tunnels, and tough terrain. It's built for more than ore. It'll carry passengers and goods, opening up Guinea's interior for trade and agriculture. At the end, a world-class deep-water port will handle the world's biggest ships. This infrastructure could turn Guinea into a West African commercial hub. Think of it as a logistical masterpiece. Mine, railway, port, all connected. Tens of thousands of workers, massive equipment, and global coordination are making it happen. This is the key to unlocking Guinea's wealth, and it's happening right now. For Guinea, Simandou is a potential game-changer. The project could create up to 45,000 construction jobs and thousands of long-term skilled positions. It's not just manual labor. Think technicians, operators, and managers. Billions will flow into Guinea's economy through taxes, royalties, and the government's ownership stake. At full steam, Simandou could double Guinea's GDP. The new railway and port will open the country, helping farmers and businesses reach new markets. This could spark economic diversification, reducing Guinea's reliance on mining. But with new wealth comes responsibility. Will the money be managed wisely or lost to corruption? If handled right, Simandou could lift millions out of poverty and transform Guinea into a regional powerhouse. The pressure to get it right has never been higher. Simandou's impact goes far beyond Guinea. It's a symbol of Africa's new approach, demanding co-ownership and better deals for its resources. Guinea's joint venture model could inspire other nations to take control of their wealth. Simandou cements West Africa's place in the global iron ore market, attracting investment in mining, manufacturing, and logistics. For the steel industry, it's a disruptor, challenging Australia and Brazil's dominance and giving China a new, greener supply. The project is a web of Chinese capital, Western expertise, and African resources. The steel from Simandou could end up in skyscrapers, cars, and bridges worldwide. This remote mountain is about to become a critical link in the global economy. Its success or failure will be felt far beyond Guinea's borders. The world is watching. You can't move a mountain without consequences. Simandou is a biodiversity hotspot, home to endangered species and unique ecosystems. Mining, railways, and ports mean deforestation, pollution, and habitat loss. Companies promise high environmental standards and biodiversity offsets, but watchdogs are skeptical. The challenge: extract billions of tons of ore without destroying fragile habitats. Then there's the human cost. Thousands will be displaced from ancestral lands. Fair compensation and resettlement are promised, but delivering justice is tough. Social tensions could rise as new money and workers flood rural areas. The project's success depends on earning local support and managing impacts with care. Without it, economic gains could be overshadowed by lasting damage. Building Simandou in politically unstable Guinea is a huge risk. Military coups and shifting governments make investors nervous. The resource curse, corruption, inequality, and power struggles looms large. Extreme transparency and accountability are essential to avoid disaster. Geopolitics add another layer. China's heavy involvement secures resources but shifts global power dynamics. Guinea must balance relationships with all partners or risk being pulled into one camp. Despite the risks, mutual interests drive the project forward. Guinea needs growth. China needs, or companies need, profits. The hope prosperity will bring stability. But success depends on navigating promises and pitfalls with discipline. The foundation must be as solid as the mountain itself. Simandou is more than a mine. It's Guinea's shot at a new destiny. For decades, it symbolized frustrated potential. Now it's a beacon of hope. The project could leapfrog Guinea's development, creating jobs, infrastructure, and prosperity. It's a new model for Africa, demanding co-ownership and long-term benefits. But the risks are real: environmental damage, social upheaval, and corruption. The difference between blessing and curse will be governance and transparency. Guinea stands at a crossroads: squandered wealth or shared prosperity. The contracts are signed, the bulldozers are moving. Now comes the hard part: building a nation on iron and on hope. The world is watching Guinea's next move.